Hi there, Michael from the Academy. Hope you're well today. We've got a bit of a drizzly old autumn day happening at the moment. We've also got some guys pumping a block drain up there. So hopefully with all this going on, I've got the birds whistling. Hopefully you can hear me all right. So we'll do the best we can. So we're actually at the worm farm here at the school garden. And one of the jobs the students do every day is the worm farm. They actually add the organic compost to this and the worms break it all down. So what I want to show you is we have 3 bays. We have one that's completely finished that we put out in the garden. All our beds are no dig, so each bed gets a layer of this vermicompost on it. Then we have one that we're adding to, and then we have one that's resting that's in between. So if I take some of these boards off, so this is the end product. And this actually looks like really good loam, but there's actually not one bit of loam in this. This has all just been broken down. Two lots of layers, a carbon layer, which is all old organic matter, and a nitrogen layer, which is green waste. So as you can see, the worms have completely broken that down. It actually looks like soil, but it's pure compost. So what actually happens, the worms is true for everything. It goes through their gut and it comes out as this worm castings, vermicompost. So that's what you want. That's at the end of your product. You just want this beautiful, light, fluffy vermicompost. So that's the one we use in the garden. So that's ready to go. This is one that's resting, so this one, we've stopped adding to this one about 2 months ago. Not quite as advanced as that one, but as you can see, the worms are almost finished with this pile as well. You can sort of see they're chomping through there. Hundreds of thousands of worms in there. So they're chomping through that. And this is the one that we're adding to. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn these products into vermicompost. So I'll take these boards off here. As I said, I hope you can hear me because I've got this truck next door and it's making a lot of noise. So we always put carpet mats on top of each layer. It keeps the worms protected, it keeps them insulated, and that makes a really good environment for them. So as you can see, this one's a little bit different. This was added to about a week ago. It's actually school holidays at the moment, so there's no students here. We're going to keep on adding to this one. So generally we add to these piles. The one that we add to usually goes for about 2 months, and then it has 2 months of resting, and then we start to use it. So there's 2 main layers when we talk about vermicompost or worm farm. There's a carbon layer, which is anything old and organic. So what we mean by that's old chicken manure. So the students dig up the chicken manure out of the chicken pen a couple of times a year. So we use that. Cardboard's another carbon layer. Obviously it was once a tree. Chickens love that. That's probably one of the best products you can get, cardboard, in a worm farm. Then you've got old paper that's been shredded. Newspaper's ideal. This is just this normal A4 paper. Then you've got stuff like straw. Straw makes a really good product as a carbon layer for vermicompost. Then we've got the nitrogen layer, which is anything green, any green waste. So anything like this is a zucchini that I pruned off today. So this is going to go on the worm farm. Kitchen scraps are great. So all we do is we add 1 layer at a time. Here's our kitchen scraps. Always put this kitchen scraps down first, and it doesn't matter if there's meat, there's bread, anything that's organic can go in there because the worms will eat everything. Then the next layer we want to put in, we'll put a carbon layer. Some people actually soak this cardboard in water first, which is a good idea. But what we've got to do as soon as we finish this layer, we've got to give it a good soak with a hose. So that's very important too. So you just put a layer of that down. The worms will chomp through all this. Within 2 or 3 months, it'll be just like that pile on the end there. It'll be just pure vermicompost. And we can put a bit of that down. Don't spread the layers too thick. Just want it thin. And like I said, I've had the hose out here. It's raining at the moment, so we're sort of. But normally I would hose each layer, so each layer has actually got a bit of moisture in it. So let's just put a bit of that A4 shredded paper down. Let's put another layer of green matter on there. Now, one of the things with a worm farm, you don't want the layers too thick because it'll start creating heat. So the layers have only got to be pretty thin, and then it won't create heat. So that layer, and then what we do, the last layer, we always put the chicken sawdust on last, and what that does, that seals the layer and stops vermin getting in. So let's just put this board back and put that board back there. Let's put that back there and put that on top. Now I haven't got the hose out here at the moment, but what I normally would do, I would normally just water that in. Give that a good water in, then always put the carpet mat back. Put that back. Okay. And you can also water the top of the carpet mat. Alright. And the school here, we do this once a week. We put one layer down once a week. And then what actually happens, and this is the final product. After 3 or 4 months, you end up with pure worm castings. And all the worms do all the work for you. So you can dig right down, and it's ready to go straight into the garden as a top dressing. Nothing more to be done to that. Perfect. So that's how you turn all your old carbon waste, dry waste and green waste into pure fertiliser for your garden. Okay, we'll catch you next time. Bye.